Welcome to BTV, where the discussion is snowmobiling all the time. Tonight we will be speaking with Dave Hunt, the newly elected president of the Beast Snowmobile Club. But first, a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome to BTV, Dave. It's good to have you on.
Thank you.
How was your trip to the studio tonight?
Well, it was a little warmer than I'd hoped it would be. But what do you do, right? We're praying for snow. Reading the Farmer's Almanac the other day, and it looks like it should be okay.
That's good.
We just got to wait until after Christmas. It'll be a green Christmas, but then we'll be good. I promise.
What kind of snowmobile do you have?
Well, it's funny you say that. You know, I heard it's tradition in the Beast, although only the second president here. But it's tradition to find yourself a new toy when you move in. So went out the other day and got myself a 800 TNT 2011.
Oh, that should be fun.
Oh yeah, I hear it's light and should be fun.
Excellent, excellent. What does the Beast stand for, Dave?
Come on, Andrew, you know the answer to that. Beautiful Eastern Association of Snowmobile Trails.
What's the history of the Beast Snowmobile Club?
Well, my history or their history?
Their history.
Their history? Oh, okay. I guess it all started probably a little more than 12 years ago when a bunch of the local clubs, Ashton, Richmond, Rideau, and Stittsville, all decided that amalgamation was probably the right thing to do, so they decided to amalgamate and see where that went, and now we kind of look at ourselves as one club almost, although we've had a few that have not agreed with some of the direction of the club, but for the most part it's turned into a great experience, and one club means better funding most of the time, so we can make better trails and make things work. Excellent.
Who was the president for the last number of years?
Oh, geez, there was only one, so can't forget that name. Jim Lackey. Jim's an amazing guy. He's done so much for the club, and he's had a lot on his shoulders this past 12 years, and kind of took a lot of responsibility. So, hoping to give him a hand here and let him do some of the things he more appreciates instead of doing all the legwork. So,
excellent, excellent. How long have you been in the Beast Snowmobile? How long have you been volunteering?
How long have I been volunteering, or how long have I been with the Beast? So,
volunteering and with the Beast.
I guess I don't know. Probably maybe 12 years, maybe about that. I actually started just after the Beast began the amalgamation process. At the time, it was only a grooming association, and started by just going. I was a member of Ashton at the time, and started joining their work days. And Audie Bedard ended up spending time with him, and so just from there it grew into the Beast, and that's where we are today.
What made you volunteer for the president's position?
You know where this is going. Last man standing. No question about that.
And what do you mean by that?
So I guess it's kind of a long tradition. Actually, it kind of worked a little interesting this time, but it's a long tradition that as long as you stay in that, are willing to stay in that position, it's yours. So there's not a big lineup for some of these positions, and I guess I was the last man standing at elections. So.
Well, it's a good job you stepped up then.
Thank you.
What's your vision for the club?
I spoke about it a little bit with the executive, but I basically have three main goals. Communications, volunteers, and the club executive. So, communications, this is part of it. I mean, I invited you here, or you invited me rather, work together and try and do some videos and put some stuff out there and try and make communications with the membership a lot more smoother, and not just the membership, the volunteer base, the executive. When I talked about executive, it's really about getting everyone involved and not just leaving a few people to do the work, which we've seen a little bit of history with that in the past.
Do you have a nickname?
I do have a nickname. I brought it with me.
Krusty.
Yeah.
How was that? That's an interesting name. That almost sounds like you're a crusty kind of guy. How has that been derived?
I guess I'm not a morning person, and Jim's wife Debbie decided one morning that she would give me a phone call on my birthday, and it was a little earlier than I like to wake up, and I didn't have pleasant greetings for her, and ever since I've been nicknamed Krusty.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you have a family, Dave?
I do have a family. they sometimes don't believe that I exist, but I'm away so much. But yeah, wife, 2 kids, a boy and a girl, Corinne and Ethan. And Ethan, he's 8 years old, and my daughter Corinne is 10. But Ethan has assumed the position of upcoming president, so he seems to think that he's going to do that next year.
He's got some big shoes to fill.
Not just mine.
What's the longest snowmobile trip you've ever been on, Dave?
I was going to ask you the answer to that. I'm pretty sure you were there. I guess it was probably last year's trip, eh?
Yeah.
Probably last year's up to Cochrane. We did the Abitibi Canyon, and it was definitely one of my most memorable experiences, the Abitibi Canyon, because I remember the story of when the group of us, there was 9 of us, Kelly and a bunch of the, didn't necessarily make the whole thing, but we got to this one little bowl. We had a guided tour, right? And you'll remember this well, but it was when we got to the first little bowl and maybe 25 feet deep or whatever, and we all start going nuts, right? Because it's off-trail experience and everything, but we went nuts. And the trail guides, the lead and the rear, stopped at each side, and they're just kind of sitting there with their arms crossed, and they're going, like, boys, there's much better stuff ahead, and we ended up wasting about half an hour there anyways. So
I remember that well.
had fun.
I enjoyed that myself. What's the last thing you crashed, Dave?
Computers. What are you laughing?
Your sled.
That's an excellent answer. I love that answer.
I put that one long and hard. I work with infrastructure, IT guy in the federal government, IT security, and I've definitely crashed quite a few computers.
That was an unexpected answer, Dave. Any words of wisdom, Dave?
Get involved. Snowmobiling and we need you. We need people for not just trail brushing. Of course, we always need those people, but communications. Andrew has accepted the communications coordinator role, but we're always making up new positions like this, webmaster, whatever it is, whatever your fancy. If you want YouTube, Facebook, whatever, I don't know. There's positions for everyone, and need newsletter writers, whatever it is. We need people, so get involved.
Excellent. Well, thanks for having on the show, Dave.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you around out on the trails, and hope you have a good time.
There will be snow soon. Don't worry about that.
Oh, we hope so. We hope so.
That's it for BTV today. I'm your host, Andrew Riccardi. Hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. Keep your thumb on the throttle and the rubber side down.